Hi everyone, it's Margaret here. Welcome to 60 and Me. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a great day or just starting your day like me. I've got my cup of tea this morning. I've been going through my cupboard to look at all the teas I'm running out of. And I found my hibiscus tea. It's almost gone, but I love it. It's a loose tea and I make it in a clear mug so that I can see the beautiful color. Can you see? It's like red, blue, purple. It's beautiful and it really tastes great. It's a good all-round tea, actually, year-round tea. You can use it in the summer like an iced tea, and then in the winter it's lovely as a nice soothing berry drink with, honey or some little bit of sweetness. It's wonderful. So anyway, hope you've got a cup of tea or coffee or something that you love, and send me some ideas for new teas. I need some inspiration. Love to know what you're drinking. Now, our show today is sponsored by International Living. International Living is a company that we've been working with to help you understand what your options are if you're thinking of moving abroad in retirement. They have correspondents on the ground who do an examination of what it's like to live in a place. I mean, really like to live there. And they do sort of a summary of the pros and cons and the strengths and weaknesses of different locations. And International Living would like to share that with our 60andMe community. So if you go up to their site, it's internationalliving.com. And then just /60andme. They've created a page just for us. And there's a lovely video there that you can watch and learn a little bit more about what they do. Just give them your email address and they'll send you a link to the Global Retirement Index, which is a beautiful document that just compares and contrasts different retirement destination points in the world. So thanks to International Living. Now, the topic today is related to, well, for me now it's spring. Whatever time of the year you're watching this, it's applicable. It's a topic that we have to think about all the time, but particularly when we're in the newness of a new season, and especially as Danielle Howard, our blogger who wrote this article, says, she's in her garden planting the seeds and knowing that it's going to be a little time before they grow. It's just a whole process of planting and nurturing and then growing. And if you look behind me, actually, I've got my little coffee plant. And it's a really sweet plant. And you can see at the top, if you can notice the very top there, there's like a little seed plant that's coming out. And it's been growing steady. And I've been trying to take care of it. But this little shoot just came. And it reminded me of this article because, of course, what she says is that, saving money, finances, budgeting, it all takes hard work and time. So she's got 5 sort of steps for how to bloom this year financially. And she encourages us to think about one area of focus that you really want to work on this year. Is it to get your taxes under control? Is it to build up a savings account? Is it to diversify your stock, your shares, and to maybe even make this the year to get some help financially that someone can help guide you through? But she's got some really, really good suggestions here for how you can creatively, get ready financially for the new year or for any time of the year. And the first thing, and this is so important in life in general, and that is to ask yourself why. Start with the why. You need motivation. It's a hard thing to get your arms around, especially when you get a little older and you've had a few knocks. Maybe you're financially not where you want to be, and that's hard. That does more to you on an emotional level and a level where you're prepared to, get out there and do the things that you love, take some risks. If you have had challenges in the past where you have not succeeded and, there's been disappointment, finances and money are just a hot topic that they kind of trickle down through your whole being. And if you haven't got that part of your life organized, really everything else is affected. I mean, you might even say even your health and well-being. So it's important to start with that why, so that you have, an idea why you're doing this, why you're going to go through this period of assessment and work to get your finances under control. Motivation, it's needed. So the second thing, though, is to understand where you are. Where are you? Where are your investments? Where are your savings? If you have any at all, and you wouldn't be alone if you didn't have any. What about your tax deferred accounts, your brokerage accounts, your shares and bonds? where are you with that? Just do an assessment, make a list. Sometimes we have things that we don't even know about or that we've not been paying attention to. Do some spring cleaning. I love that image. Just do some spring cleaning. Get a list of all the stuff you have and how you're going to approach it this year. Important. Another thing is, how do you want to use your investments? I think this is another important thing. Is this the year that you're going to make some step forward? You're going to make some investment. You're going to give something up so that you can get something else. So you can make an investment for yourself. Are there liquidity needs that you might want to consider? Is it time? And I think that that's important, to be realistic about what you want from your life at this moment in time and how you're going to pay for it. And it may be the year that you don't do that. It may be the complete opposite. It may be that this is the year when you stop the travel or stop the things that you've done that have been filling that empty space inside of you perhaps, but giving you financial challenges. Another thing to do at this point is to renew your lifestyle needs. Maybe you're living in a lifestyle that is not working for your overall financial goals. Take a look at things like your Social Security and your pension. Have you got that under control? Is that all where you want it to be? Or is it in a place that you've got a balance of how you're going to use those funds as opposed to the funds that you've got in safer places? So one of the suggestions that Danielle makes is to have your bonds or your annuities being kept aside for the longer term goals that you might have, the longer term financial goals, and then to use your pension, your Social Security for your current day-to-day requirements, for your fixed expenses, and to find a balance with that. A lot of us don't have any stocks and shares invested, and that's another whole challenge together. But it's never too late to start, gathering your finances and thinking about how are you going to manage for the next 20, 30 years. We are living longer than we probably ever thought we would. And that's a good thing, and it's also a thing we have to plan for. Another thing that Danielle mentions, which I think is super important, is to assess who you've got to help you and as an advisor. Now, it may be someone very close to you. It could be a family member. It could be someone that you've always shared this challenge with. Maybe together you get through it together. But do you need to add an accountant this year to help with your taxes? Or do you think, do you need a tax advisor? Is it maybe the year when you want to consider getting a financial advisor? And of course, we always recommend that you think about a fiduciary advisor rather than someone who is trying to sell you a package or a deal, which is maybe something a younger person might be interested in. You are in this now seriously for the long run, but also the deeper run. This is important. So you might need some financial advice. This may be the year. And of course, the final thing is to take action and make your money work for you. Think about the things you're going to spend your money on this year. Think about the things that you are kind of the non-negotiables. For example, have you decided that you're going to put aside some money for your grandchildren? Is your legacy important to you? Your financial legacy important to you? What adjustments do you need to make, if any? So I think that Danielle's really laid out here like the whole plan of asking the why you're doing it, because you won't get anywhere without that. If you don't know why you're doing it and feel motivated to make changes to your financial situation, you won't do it. So that's the first thing. And then the whole thing of, understanding where you are, what your lifestyle needs are, who is by your side to give you advice, if anyone, and if not, is it necessary to get someone? And then to take action to put all that into play. And Danielle reminds us, like my little coffee plant and like you in the garden, this is going to take time. And that little coffee shoot there is starting off really, really fragile and new, and it's going to become stronger if I nurture it and pay attention to it. And I think that analogy of, planting a money tree, planting and blooming your financial seeds is really a great suggestion. So I'd like to ask you, where are you with your situation? What are your financial goals for the next 12 months? Have you thought about these different stages and these different creative ways to get your arms around it? Are you taking any of these steps that we mentioned to get control of your financial situation? Leave your comments in the section below. Let's get some ideas from each other. But what are your financial goals for the next 12 months? Let's chat about it. It's important. Everything else pivots around it. So thanks for being here, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to join us. Hope that you have a great day. Please join us on 60andme.com. There's lots of articles there on financial services and on financial well-being. And I look forward to having this conversation with you on an ongoing basis. Let's be here for each other. Take good care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. We'll talk again soon. Bye-bye for now.